Hello, and welcome to Khosi Nation Fan TV. We have a lot to talk about. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you're wondering what this channel is about, well, this is where Kaizer Chiefs fans meet and talk about Kaizer Chiefs Football Club. I start the conversation here and it continues down in the comment section. So make sure to leave your comment letting me know what you think about the things, a lot of things that I'll be talking about today. Speaking of people that I've been engaging with, shout out to everyone who's a regular subscriber and who's coming back. I appreciate you very much, guys. So today's special shout out goes to Uspamandla Mbata. I've seen you are subscribed to this channel here and you've also following me on Twitter. That's so good. Let's have those kind of relationship. Let's follow each other. Let's know each other. Let's talk. Let's engage. Let's talk about Kaizer Chiefs. Enough blabbering. You're not here to hear that. Now, I want us to talk about iindaba zanamhlanje, and there's a lot of those things. So, I read early this morning, Musa Musa. If you haven't seen him, this is Musa Musa, a striker from Sierra Leone. He's 21, he's playing for Power Rangers. So, he was expected to land in South Africa this morning. I was under the impression Yoguti was already training with the team, but no, he wasn't. He's just one of the players who are coming to do AMA trials. So, the other three are already with Chiefs, but he's the fourth one who was coming. But the funniest thing that I heard is that Power Rangers, his team, is actually was threatening to withhold his visa. I mean, his passport. And I'm like, Aibo, guys, what is happening here? So this team is saying, you're not going to do AMA trials, so you're going to hold your passport. And since I haven't heard anything, Guti has landed or something, then now I'm assuming Guti, they probably held his passport and did not allow him to leave the country. I don't know how that works, because if a player wants to leave and is going to do trials in another team, I don't think it's allowed to stop them, or maybe it is. I don't know. If you know, let me know down in the comment section. But if he ends up making the cut, like if he ends up impressing the Chiefs, because I thought he was a free agent, turns out he's not. So if he ends up actually impressing Uzwane Kulauma trials, I think it's going to be difficult now to sign him or to take him away from Power Rangers, because of the fact that they were threatening to take his passport. And if they did take his passport, imagine the lengths that they will go to in trying to stop this move from materializing. I mean, the guys just went all out crazy just because he wanted to come and do AMA trials, which are not guaranteed to Guti they were even going to make him some money. But I guess it goes to show how important he must be to them. Guti at 21, they are now refusing Guti as a hand. They are not even thinking about the value that he can Daisa could bring them, because if you FNY Chiefs, Chiefs has money or not. Anyway, let's move to another story that made me happy. The fact that Usbusiso Vilagazi has signed with ETS Galaxy. Why am I happy? Because there was always that thing at the back of my mind, available, Chiefs available, because as much as my team, I love my team and I see they are doing good and making good signings right now. But somehow, because what has been happening in the past 7-8 years, because man, don't do something crazy. Yes, I'm very excited, Namhlan. I'm very excited. So, yes, some people are like, oh, why is he so happy? I'm just choosing to be happy. Anyway, if you're enjoying this video, make sure to subscribe. Let's come back. Now, I want to talk about something else that is pretty exciting, and that is Aiden McCarthy, a defender. Is from South Africa. Obviously, he's 18 and he was playing with MTHEMBU Chiefs. Now, Aiden McCarthy, if for those of you who don't know, he's a son of Fabian McCarthy. When I was young, I first played as a left back, still Rangers Fisher, and I played as a left back, but then I saw Fabian McCarthy playing for Chiefs. I was like, I want to play like that guy. So then he was my role model at that time, until I saw Zwana again playing as a right midfield. I'm like, no, I like that guy more. My position, yeah, good times. Anyway, the thing engichazayo ngalokho ukuthi a person that I used to idolize ngisemncane unengane manje that is promoted, that has been promoted to the senior team ye Chiefs. It's exciting because it underlines lento bengisho izolo ukuthi I think we are not promoting enough young players to the senior team. And as much as he's not going to be playing a lot of games, but I think it's going to be good experience for him because we were chatting with the guys or Jacob or nje down kuma comment section bekushobile or hey sonke besikhuluma nje manje mangaqala ngenibale nonke guys besikhuluma ngokuthi inkinga with South African football and not promoting the players, it's because of the fact that siyahluleka ukhandlisha talent masiba push and then they end up becoming flops. So giving umuntu ona 18 a run-in with the senior team like for next 2 years as I took by even more matured, I think it's gonna give him enough experience good by the time he's 20, then he's used to being around the environment where kunabantu abadala around him and he can learn from them and he can play a game here and there. So I think it's good we're continuously doing such things. And that also says to me, Indaba Vele, sorry, Karashun totally is dead. Indaba Gamsimango Vele bam extended contract, which means it's also dead. There was a player that I talked about as well, where we're still in Bosch. De Kok, yeah, as well. I think Nendaba is dead manje because we've just promoted another defender to a senior team, which gives us sufficient cover because we already have 5, including Matoho, there's the 5th, and then Yemsung was 6. So that's good. That's enough cover, Lapa. So now we can now focus our energy and everything. We front line and start talking about Uguti, what is happening. Ngaitraka Z. Now guys, I have some exciting news. Woo! Yes guys, that is my beautiful girlfriend. So Gine request, I have a favor to ask you guys. So right now she's a finalist ku Miss KZN Queen. So ngicela simvoteleni guys to be in the top 12 because njengoba nimbona nje as beautiful and stunning as she looks. Yes. So I'll leave a link down on the comment section now where you click on it and then you can go to that link and then you can cast a vote for her. Yeah, right, I know. So you can go and vote for her and then Naksasa as well. Per day you can only vote once. So I'll leave the link and then you can click on the link and go vote for her. I appreciate you very much guys. I know you're supporting me, even imagine a subscriber and a commenter. So I know you'll do the same thing for my lovely girl. So please, she's a finalist. I'm dating a model. Anyway, go vote for her on that link and then you can vote Naksasa and all that stuff. And if you want to buy more votes, because there's also a way that you can just buy votes and then you can pay directly account of the modeling agency. So if you want those more details about that, let me know in the comment section and I will give you those details. But at bare minimum, please go click on the link and then go vote for her. And then I'll keep on reminding you every day. Yeah. Okay, let's come back. To other interesting news, and Ukatsande is actually, according to Kickoff, big recall. I touched on the story yesterday. Ukatsande Sekukone is going to be training with them again, which once again doesn't then make sense to me. As I said yesterday, a team like Sekukone that has to recall Ukatsande back from retirement, yet they have, well, it's been said, man, it wasn't 20 million that was used to sign Uletswalo. Anyway, so kuluma ngaloko a bit later. In fact, right now, let's talk about it right now. It's the next thing on my points. Anyway, so Irola is claiming that Victor Letswalo actually said he wanted to play closer to home, right? So that means he didn't want to just move. He said he wanted to move closer to home, which I don't get. I really don't believe that. Like, why? Unless, because this is a human being, unless there is something that is really needing him at home. I don't see how a player who had a season like he had last season, I know Sngati he scored penalties, but still he did score those penalties because for example, there are players that have missed them a penalty when they had to score them and their teams lost. So a penalty is still part of the rules. He scored those penalties and he could still get better as a player. Anyway, the point that I'm making here is that I don't think a player who's kind of at his prime would just say, I just want to move closer to home. I mean, kusene Chiefs, kusene Pirates, unless there's really something going on, then I believe it. But the thing that happened, it was just so to happen, it was just coincidental. And then he asked to be released, to be sold. Nope, not yet to Huru Bakamba Manga, and they're saying a 20 million tag that was ever placed on him. They saying those are lies and that is not true. So but they did call him a Rolls Royce, and the Rolls Royce, I don't think it's cheap. So why kuningi abantu beqamba manga sizobayeka. If you're enjoying this video, guys, please subscribe, please subscribe. And let's talk about this next guy, Bonfils-Caleb Caleb, and I think I'm just gonna stick to calling him Caleb. Yeah, so the dude, apparently today when we're playing a game against Ipolokwane City, friendly. I know it's just a friendly. Yes, it's just a friendly, but he's a trialist and he scored a goal today. And I think that will do a lot of good for him in terms of confidence. And the fact that, by the way, Uzwane played him again. He did play him at the weekend. Now he played him again today, which basically means he has seen something in this player or wants to try something in this player. And he keeps on doing it, and he has scored a goal, which will do him a lot of good, confidence yake, and it will also just elevate his status with the coaching staff, and it's actually already elevating Ilokunja his status with me, because I mean he's 24, he's a free agent, he's not gonna give us too much hassle like Musa, because Musa njengamanje team yakhe mawukuthi ibambe passport yakhe ngempela, that means he's not here in SA. But when you look at him, what? Just a second. Bimenyimana. Yes, say that again. Bimenyimana. So if Bimenyimana has mean, if esekwazi ukukora igoli kanti wasedlalisiwe nange weekend, I might thembisa abafethu and uthatha u7, angazi ukuthatha u7 kaKhambula. Animtshele nathathelele ijesi. You should take another number because u7, wow, so right ngo7 ustraumatizile. But I hope this is just the beginning of good things, you know. So I hope ukuthi izinto can continue being well with him, because he's also he has some attributes that I've seen. Again, as I said, MTHEMBU YouTube that much, but from what I've seen, it looks good enough. And if the coaches are trusting him, then go ahead. Let's continue testing him and seeing what he can do. Now, I want to talk about something else that is just it's guys. Indaba kaMothi, you know, noma ngikhuluma ngayo ngenza nje ngikhathale, because it's like why. So now ngathi sodlalwa futhi, I think we're about to get played again, because sekuphuma indaba yokuthi hey Modi handed in a transfer request. We know he's leaving Arrows next summer, right? Next winter. What am I saying? He's leaving Arrows next winter, but apparently kuphuma ama reports kwathi hey usefuna ukuhamba, and then agent yakhe yathi angiyazi mina leyo nto. Does this sound familiar njalo? Uyakhumbula ukuthi uLetswalo naye saqale kwathi hey kunzima akadayiseki the next thing usehanda in a transfer request, the next thing a week later usethengwa isekhukhuni. Now kuna kulokhunja same thing kuModi manje kuqiquse hende in ama transfer request, the next thing uzobona sesayine ku Richards Bay. Kade kunzima ukuthi Chiefs imsayine bese uthola ukuthi imsayine Richards Bay ngo30,000. I'm exaggerating, but what can I say? Because it seems like kunezinto nje that are happening in South African football that I don't understand. Ngazojhe ngibekele inyawo lapha kwetafula lami. I'm enjoying making videos. So guys, if you're enjoying the video too, subscribe ngizonibangela isicefe manje nceseni shame ukuthi unsubscribe la nginani. Anyway, indaba kaModi vele mina kade ngathi ayehliwe lenqola because I feel like it's like why lento idrag angathi nje Chiefs ngaziphume and make a statement ukuthi okay fine si right, you know, because it's just annoying manje lokho simlindile, and if he eventually signs obviously I will be happy, he's a good player, but it's taking too long man. I think lento leyo ukuthi ngathi nje banathi shaqa Richard Spain no Arrows abafuna sign abadlali yini how yazi nje. Anyway, enye into that I know about the Chiefs that I like engazi ukuthi kwenzakaleni in the past 7 years is ukuthi apparently like today or sometime this week bekufike this Derek Moite obe childhood fan Atlanta Chiefs uKaizer Mtaung ayidlalela, and I'm saying this to highlight the point ukuthi I don't think Chiefs is stupid, because if umuntu umdala lo yababa mawubona isithombe sakhe sorry ukuthi angisifakanga, if why a childhood fan Atlanta Chiefs kusadlala uKaizer Mtaung kwi-Atlanta Chiefs and he still came to Chiefs to present Umtaung with a painting and all that stuff, it shows ukuthi Umtaung is still holding relationships with people from long time ago. Yini ke ngaba nzima ukuthi hold relationships nabantu bamanje, which means inkinga ayikho kuMtaung, inkinga kulamanye ama team that are not wanting to have a relationship with Chiefs. I'm just trying to use this to point out ukuthi khona abantu abanenkinga nje nathi abavumbuka manje, and ke into esobalungisa ngayo ngiyacela zwane, ngiyacela abafana bami beChiefs bobhuti ngoba baye obhuti, ngicela nimaqondise ngenduku siyadlala ngeRoyal AM cani nge5, ngicela ningishayele yona nisiqedele ukukhuluma, because wow ngikhatheli lama team esixhaphaza wanting to take money from us and then selling players abathe 20 million kithi ngo less than 3.5 million. Musana ukusixhaphaza bakwethu, because we see ukuthi iChiefs even indaba yeAlali I know ukuthi ngakhuluma earlier on, but I'm allowed to change my opinions. Kwakukhona ukuthi bathatha Alali bayifaka e-stadium Khosi village, and at the time umnqethi wa complain ngalokho, but they were just being hospitable and trying to form relationships no Alali, and they have good relationships like with Timo Stellenbosch, with teams like Swallows, and now umunyu Derek Moite wa supporter uKaizer Mtaung back in the day. Shows ukuthi Chiefs tries to keep good relationships with everyone, because even nanga Amazulu indaba kaSithebe, Amazulu were benching a player just because usesayini pre-contract, angikaze ngizwe leyo nto, and because of the sakwenza nathi kumaluleka. Anyway, but that's not the point. The point is, even when Amazulu had done that, we didn't go out and say hey Amazulu suck, but instead we kept quiet until we officially signed to Step, which shows ukuthi Chiefs have taken a way ukuthi we have managed good relationships with people, because if you're in business, that's what you do to survive in a long term, and that's why we have so many fans, and that's why we're growing so much as Kaizer Chiefs. What do you think, guys, of what I just said? The question that I am asking you today is, do you think Chiefs made the right decision promoting umfana omncane Aiden McCarthy into the first team? I know we talked about this, but ngiyaqhubekisa namhlanje. Do you think this was a good decision? And also, second question is, do you think we should just drop indaba kaModi manje, because it's enough? Can we just stop talking about Modi? Yes, thank you guys. Go to the description below and you'll find a link to vote for this beautiful lady. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you a lot. I will see you tomorrow, and until next time, remember Khosi aliphela umoya.